Good morning, everyone. As many of you know, my name is Luke Dufresne, and I'm the class president of the class of 2019. Class of 2019. We finally made it. We're graduating. Some of you may be looking around and reminiscing, and others may be excited to get out of our small town. I only ask that all of you, whether it be today or many years from now, find the time to appreciate your experiences here. David Foster Wallace once told a story of two young fish swimming along a stream. The two fish came across an older fish who swam by and said, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" The younger fish just continued along the stream without answer, until one turned to the other and said, "What's water?" We usually make the mistake of forgetting to appreciate the people and moments around us, because they have always been there. We have won homecoming parades, academic awards, state championships. We take these moments for granted, but not today. Today we graduate. I wanted to write a speech that motivated all of you to go out into the world without fear. I wanted you to have a realization that you could and should go out into the world and make a difference. I realized there was no credible way for me to do this, and I would only be reading empty words of generic advice that I'm sure you will hear 1,000 times from others who are more qualified. I'm in the same boat as all of you. I'm graduating high school, and I have no idea what the next chapter of my life has in store for me. I have no wisdom. I have no life-altering advice to give you. What I can say is take a look around you at the people you have grown up with and appreciate them. Take a look at your parents and make sure you show them the same love and kindness that they have shown you your whole life. Years from now, when you look back at your time here, I hope you choose to remember the good. Lunenburg High School and its faculty have done an incredible job in fostering this group of graduates. We all owe them a great deal of gratitude, especially our amazing class advisor, Mrs. Raboyne, who has stuck with us through thick and thin and has been the driving force in all of the great things our class has accomplished. She has easily been the greatest support for our class as a whole, and with her behind-the-scenes work, she goes unappreciated. She has done an incomprehensible amount of work for us. She has given speeches, she has led chants, she has been with us since 8th grade. I, along with the rest of the class of 2019, appreciate her for this. But we will always love her because despite the amount of stress put upon her, she has always found it in her heart to be kind, and she truly does love us like her children. To her and the rest of the esteemed faculty, I say thank you. The school was our home away from home. We all grew as a family. On this day, we look around and can be together with our friends, but take the time to recognize the people that had your back through it all. Your parents. We may have homes away from home and friends we treat as family, but never forget the family who has been by your side since day one. Parents, you have raised such important men and women. We have played a crucial role in countless lives and will continue to do so as we move on to future ventures. Every single parent here should be commended for their incredible work in crafting such beautiful individuals. To you, the parents, I say thank you. Lastly, to you, the class of 2019, I just want to say I couldn't have asked to be a part of a better class. You are all extraordinary. I consider each and every one of you to be a friend. When I started writing this speech, I couldn't figure out how to begin. I kept wondering how to address such an amazing group of individuals. I didn't realize how frightening it would be to say hello to you. Nevertheless, I hope you all go off and begin the next chapter of your lives, and I hope you realize that it may be difficult to say hello, but it's impossible to say goodbye. Congratulations, class of 2019. We truly are the best they've ever seen. Thank you. Now, if you could please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Now it is my honor to introduce the class of 2019's Salutatorian, Gabrielle White.
Hello everyone. Thanks for coming to celebrate with the class of 2019. Fellow students, as we all continue forward on our individual journeys, I would like for you all to reflect on where you've come from. We come from a town where there are only 3 traffic lights. We come from a town where the gazebo is where everyone meets for prom pictures. We come from a town where if someone asks where you live, you say, near Fitchburg. We come from a town where blue tubing is hung between maples in spring. We come from a town where milk can still be delivered to your home. And we come from a town where when someone mentions a person's name, you reply, "Oh, I know them." Living in Lunenburg has given us a small town experience where relationships with other people are intimate. If your car is not working properly, getting a ride is as easy as sending a text to a neighbor down the street. This community culture carries into the schools as well. Each fall, we are brought together on a month-long extracurricular group project called Float, where students interact with other classmates that are not typically in their classes. In anticipation of homecoming, each high school class builds a float and competes for bragging rights. Float is a place where we discover who has a knack for painting sunsets, who can mangle chicken wire to make sculptures, and who can make tissue paper flowers the fastest. Lunenburg has raised us. We, the class of 2019, have been brought up in this community culture that has prepared us for our futures. Our experience in the Burg, from barn dances to lip syncs, to color wars, to class plays, to catapults, to Float, have all shaped each and every one of us into the graduating class that we are today, here at our high school graduation. These intimate relationships that we have cultivated from this town and this school have given us the tools to share our compassion with our future communities. As we continue on our individual paths, closing this chapter in our lives, we must remember our roots here in Lunenburg. Not only must we remember to share our compassion with others as we continue forward, but we must remember to love ourselves unconditionally. A part of showing your self-compassion is being able to forgive yourself. When our friends have made mistakes, we caringly remind them of this quality of being human. We must remind ourselves of this quality and not beat ourselves up so much for being imperfect. These self-imposed high standards keep us fixated on achieving this idealistic goal of self-worth. But now, right now, you are worthy. We must forgive ourselves of our imperfections and use that same understanding and charity that we give to others and give it to ourselves. The class of 2019 will enrich our future communities, wherever they may be, by bringing our small town souls into building a tight-knit community. We will do so by sharing our talents, learning alternate perspectives, showing respect to all, and doing our best to make those we meet feel affirmed. We will carry with us our compassion learned from our youth in Lunenburg, spreading it to others, and most importantly, remembering to give some to ourselves. I am proud to have been part of this community and the class of 2019. A final thank you to all who have come to celebrate today. And to the class of 2019, I wish you all the best of luck on your endeavors. Blue Knights forever and always. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce the 2019 class song, Good Times by All Time Low.
felt right. I won't forget the good times, while the punks started picking fights with the skater kids under city lights. Remember how we laughed till we cried. I won't forget the good times. I never want to leave this sunset town, but one day the time may come, and I'll take you at your word and carry on. I'll hate the goodbye, but I won't forget the good times. I won't forget the good times. We were bare knuckle, tight lip, middle fingers up, ego trip. The devil may care, but we didn't mind. I won't forget the good times. With the boys in black smoking cigarettes, chasing girls who didn't know love yet. As the bonfire moon came down, I won't forget the good times. I never want to leave this sunset town, but one day the time may come, and I'll take you at your word and carry on. I'll hate the goodbye, but I won't forget the good times. I won't forget the good times. When we laughed, when we cried, those were the days. We owned the nights, locked away, lost in time. I found the nerve to say that I never want to leave this sunset town, but one day the time may come, and I'll take you at your word and carry on. I'll hate the goodbye, but I won't forget the good times. I won't forget the good times. I never want to leave this sunset town, but one day the time may come, and I'll take you at your word and carry on. I'll hate the goodbyes, but I won't forget the good times. I won't forget the good times.
This next speaker is a dear friend of mine who I've grown very close to over the years. Not only is she my friend, but more importantly, she is the class of 2019's valedictorian. I would like you all to give a warm welcome to Elizabeth Walsh.
Good morning. On behalf of the Lunenburg High class of 2019, I would like to thank the families of our class for supporting us and helping us to achieve this significant milestone. We would like to thank the faculty of Lunenburg High School, who have given us a nurturing and positive environment that enabled us to grow and develop into the adults we are today. I stand before you all with the daunting task of encapsulating 4 years of life, of trials and tribulations, laughter and sorrow, achievement and failure, into a speech under 3 minutes. It seems ridiculous to even try. There are no words to properly convey the experiences we shared, no phrases to sum up our feelings, no famous quotes to bring closure to 4 years of growing up. I will not try to reduce these 4 years into 2 pages. Those years belong to us. I will only try to honor them, as best I can, by recognizing their significance. Today is a high school graduation ceremony. For many schools, graduates are saying goodbye to 4 years of memories. Although some have joined us throughout the years and others have left, the majority of us here today have been together since kindergarten, even preschool. For the class of 2019, we are not just leaving high school. We are leaving a community. We are leaving friendships that have been built over decades. We are leaving all we have ever known in favor of something else, something unknown. The class of 2019 has reached a crossroads from which endless roads diverge. Today, we take our first steps toward different destinations. It is difficult to say goodbye to something that has been so fundamental in shaping us into the people we are today. However, I think I speak for many of us when I say that although it may be hard to say goodbye, it is time. The world, although good in many ways, is not perfect. Let us have the courage to go out into it and use what we have learned here to make it a little better. Let us have the determination to set goals for ourselves, accomplish them, and then set some more. Let us have the confidence to embrace failure and learn from it. And finally, let us have the strength to move on without forgetting where we came from. Our parents, families, teachers, and peers have prepared us for this day. The foundation has been laid. It is our job to build our futures upon it. May we build strong ones. Thank you. I will now introduce the LHS chorus.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain.
introduce the Vice President of the Class of 2019 and the Student Council President, Mr. Christopher Tobin.
Over the past 4 years, I have had the privilege to serve in multiple leadership positions representing our great class and student body. With the close of our senior year, I have found myself thinking about these past several years. And it's clear just how far each of us has come since the days we roamed the halls as innocent freshmen. Each one of us has changed so much, growing up as individuals and growing up as a group. We've all accomplished so many things. These experiences and achievements have, without a doubt, prepared us for the new opportunities that lie ahead. Now what's clear to me is that we would not have been able to become the students, the artists, the musicians, the leaders, the athletes, or the individuals we are today without the involvement of our parents, families, teachers and faculty, administration, secretaries, and so many other influential figures. Countless parents have stepped up in so many ways, and this is truly appreciated. Thank you so much to all our incredible parents. Your guidance and assistance, and sometimes your smothering and helicopter parent ways, have provided us all the foundation and the nurturing necessary during these defining years. Additionally, we owe a great many thanks to the dedicated faculty and the guidance of the entire school administration. Your passion and willingness to help shape, challenge, and enrich our lives is one of the things that makes this town such a special place to grow up in. There is one individual that has been a special and close part of our high school journey that bears very special recognition. And that is our amazing class advisor, Mrs. Raboyne. I remember running around the halls of the old high school as a freshman with Luke Dufresne as newly elected class officers, searching for a class advisor. We began planning our own class meetings because float construction had already started, and frankly, we had no clue what we were doing. Luckily, and I mean luckily, Mrs. Raboyne stepped forward to help, and it was perhaps the best thing to happen to this class. For those that know her, not surprisingly, she has worked tirelessly with us to plan events, get us through float, and raise money for the class. She is an incredible, thoughtful, and caring person. Having worked side by side with her over these past 4 years, I know firsthand the amount of time and dedication she puts into this class, and well, into us as individuals. Her decisive leadership, humor, and kind-hearted nature has been instrumental, and this will not be forgotten. Thank you, Mrs. Raboyne.
Thank you, guys.
Lastly, thank you to the class of 2019. Our accomplishments would not have been possible without the dedication, support, and enthusiasm that each and every one of you have shown over these past 4 years. This is a special class. We are full of so many talented individuals with a wide range of interests, skills, and personalities. Bringing these qualities together for the fluffing of every paper flower, or the competition on the field or court, or the memorization of every play script, or even just hanging out with each other. We have learned how to work with one another to create something truly meaningful. Now, as we go off into the future, let us not forget that we have all helped each other get to where we are today. Whatever path you may take, remember, we will always be the class of 2019. This is our home. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to welcome our class treasurer, Emily Whitcomb, and who is accompanied by Anna Curtin to the stage.
Good morning to friends, family, members, staff, and most importantly, Lunenburg High School's graduating class of 2019. Lunenburg is a small community, and a lot of us have been in this school system for our whole life and have greatly benefited from this tight-knit community. Throughout the years, we have had many great teachers and many special opportunities to learn both inside and out of the classroom. These people and opportunities have shaped us into becoming great students, friends, teammates, and overall people. We traveled to Sturbridge Village to get a hands-on experience of what colonial life was like. We made eco-terrariums to learn more about ecosystems. We read dozens of classic novels in English class, and we were given our own Chromebooks to make it easier for us to be able to do our work. In each of these many cases, we have been given so much by our school so that we can become more knowledgeable and feel better prepared for whatever our future holds. At the Boston University commencement ceremony in 2008, Larry Licino said, quote, "Life is not about warming yourself by the fire. Life is about building the fire, and generosity is the match. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody." The class of 2019 wants to help Lunenburg by giving back to the school that has awarded us with so much, and would like to present Lunenburg High School with what we call Hank's Hangout. Many of you are familiar with Officer McNamara's new furry assistant, Hank the dog. Our class has decided to create a special space in the library designated for students, staff, and whomever at school may need some furry therapy. This safe space will be a place for people to decompress, relax, and enjoy some comfortable quiet time amidst the daily stressors of high school. The idea for our class gift started with one of our fellow classmates, Anna Curtin. Anna came up with the idea of this special space in the library for her senior project and has been working on it since the beginning of the school year. She didn't have the necessary funding to bring this idea to what she wanted it to be, so our class decided that this would be a great project to team up on and help bring to life. Anna hopes to continue to better the space and keep up with it to make necessary changes so that students, present and future, will enjoy this place. I would like to close with this thought, that we may always remember to give back to the people and places who have given us so much. Generosity begets everlasting happiness. Thank you, Lunenburg, and thank you, class of 2019, for never failing to reach out in these past 4 years. And don't forget to continue to do so as we enter a new chapter in our lives. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce our amazing class advisor, Mrs. Amy Raboyne.
Thank you, Emily. After today's commencement has concluded, you're all invited to walk up to the back of the library and go and check out Hank's Hangout, and there's a little ribbon that hopefully Hank will cut for us. Good morning, parents, friends, faculty, and my graduates of the class of 2019. I'm certain I should be standing here today enriching you with pearls of wisdom to take with you as you move on to the next phase of your lives. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Life is hard. Things don't turn out the way you expect them to, almost ever. You'll be faced with exciting opportunities as well as difficult challenges, but as long as you stay true to yourselves and to your passions, I have total faith and confidence that each one of you will be just fine. So I'm leaving my single pearl of wisdom there. What I really want to talk about is us. As I said at baccalaureate, my standing up here today comes from a combination of love and pleading and coercing and a spoonful of guilt and about 1.5 pounds of insanity. I've considered you to be my kids, some figuratively and a couple literally, for the past 5 years. As your 8th grade math and history teacher, as well as your 8th grade advisor, I knew from the first day of school that you would be one of the best classes that would ever grace my classroom. Collectively, you were funny, compassionate, passionate, diverse, and a little bit crazy. You were the first 8th grade class to participate in homecoming, making a class shirt, making paper flowers, and discovering just how painful chicken wire can be. We were a match made in heaven. Even if I did have 3 Nick H's in the same room at the same time. And of course, how could I forget my D-block history class, riddled with hardcore debates and arguments, spearheaded typically by Luke, Gabby, Latifah, and Chris. But I think I should stop there because after all, what happens in D-block? Thank you. When you moved up to 9th grade, you were instantly thrown into the world of homecoming, and I was excited to see what this new year would bring to each of you. It never occurred to me that just a few short weeks into the school year, several of you would be back at my 8th grade classroom door begging for me to continue on as your high school advisor. Float season had already begun, other classes were into construction and flower making, and you hadn't secured a fearless leader. And I was not fearless. In fact, I was terrified. But you batted your eyes at me and brought me chocolate, and so I relented. Thus began our amazing 4 years together. And your accomplishments as a class are significant, academically, athletically, and in the areas of service to community. The class of 2019 has raised the bar in so many ways for future classes that will move through Lunenburg High School. You began a clothing drive to benefit the Epilepsy Foundation that will be a senior activity continuing each year. You've embraced Officer McNamara and Hank, dedicated a safe space for fuzz therapy. You've been outstanding role models, dedicated students, kind and compassionate, and willing to give the best of yourselves in all your endeavors. And even though I couldn't possibly show tangible examples of each of your successes, the quality of your hard work was certainly apparent as you walked in today by the floats of homecomings past. Those floats were constructed with loving care and many mishaps as well. There are certain moments that stand out for me. For example, Gabby Como was one of the few people who could fit inside the Sydney Opera House to attach flowers. We didn't see her for most of the last week. Chris Tobin and Fiona McEvely spearheaded so much of the construction and figured out how to make a smoke machine out of old dryer parts. We recreated storybook pages from Curious George out of 3-dimensional materials to make interactive skirts. Our teams for flowers, construction, and art improved their craft with each passing year, and this past October we unveiled our best float ever with the 50s. The feeling of arriving last to Turkey Hill Elementary School and pulling that float into the driveway is one of the best moments I have ever experienced with you. Of course, there were moments of terror as well, like the lightning storm that hit our outdoor tent in the middle of the night and had parents standing outside in the thunder and lightning holding metal poles to keep the tent up. They didn't tell me about that until later. That was probably a good decision. One time, the entire backdrop of the float just fell off because everyone let go, and Morgan caught it with her head. It was only a minor concussion. But these moments are what made it so much fun. The team of dedicated parents who were by our side every step of the way cannot be left out. Although there are too many wonderfully supportive families to name, you know who you are, and I'm forever grateful to have been able to work with each of you as we've raised our children together these past 4 years. This past October, Mr. DePerry sent me a lovely email that I would like to share with you. Congratulations on a beautiful homecoming float. Phenomenal detail, and as was the case for all of your class's floats over the last 4 years, exquisite craftsmanship. It was a great farewell from a class that consistently brought quality to Mass Ave in October. You saved the best for last. Well done, and congratulations. Although he was speaking specifically about the float, to me, he was speaking to each of you personally as exquisite and quality adults. Some of my favorite memories of being in Lunenburg are going to be wrapped around the incredible things that the class of 2019 accomplished, as each of you set goals much higher than anyone thought could ever be achieved, and yet you achieved them anyway. Although my time as your class advisor draws to a close, my friendship and counsel will always be here, and I look forward to once again seeing your faces, peeking into my 8th grade classroom window, seeing if you can interrupt my math class. Those interruptions have often been some of the best moments of my day, and I look forward to many more of them as you come back and visit me and brag about your future accomplishments. Class of 2019, I love you all. I wish you nothing but the best, and thank you for choosing me 4 years ago. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Principal Robert McGrath for the presentation of the class of 2019.
Great job, Amy. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I first want to congratulate all the families and friends of the graduating seniors before me. You've done a tremendous job raising these young adults. Because of your teachings and guidance, they've learned the importance of education, respect, and moral character. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the class of 2019. Today is your day. It is time to celebrate and reflect on your accomplishments. Your Lunenburg High School journey is over, and you are beginning another journey. And I am so proud of you. You've been an amazing senior class, and you've had an amazing senior year, to say the least. There are so many moments that I could point to throughout this year in which I could compliment this class. Your character, kindness, spirit is awesome, and I can't thank you enough. Character is typically defined as doing the right thing when no one is watching. What I've seen in you this year is strong character and leadership. The class of 2019 does the right thing because it is the right thing to do. You've set an example of doing the right thing and moving this community forward. And Lunenburg High School has always followed your lead. I want to express my gratitude for all of you for your leadership that you've displayed this year as the seniors at LHS. When I think about the class of 2019, I'm going to think about a class that has always seemed to be a pretty tight-knit group. You've excelled academically, you like to have fun, and you don't seem to take yourselves too seriously. This is pretty evident to me in the 4 years at Lunenburg High School. If you made a mistake, you owned it. You learned from it, and you didn't repeat it. When I was your assistant principal, I had a few of these conversations with some of you on more than one occasion. However, during these conversations, there was also always mutual respect, and we always found common ground. Throughout your 4 years, you've shown tremendous personal growth, academic growth, maturity, and respect. This is a reflection on the morals and beliefs that have been ingrained in you by your parents, your teachers, your coaches, and your loved ones. Please continue to grow and mature. Share your morals and beliefs with the generations that come after you. You have a lot of knowledge and goodness and love to share with this world. I am so proud of you and so thankful that the 2019 graduating class is my first class as a Lunenburg High School principal. You will absolutely always have a special place in my heart for that. And lastly, when you leave here today, graduates of Lunenburg High School, I encourage you to follow your heart and what you are passionate about. Live the life you dream about living. Now go off into the world and continue to make us proud. Once again, I want to congratulate the class of 2019. It has truly been an honor to be your principal. And I'm very proud to make this next statement. Superintendent Burnham, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2019 have fulfilled their graduation requirements, and the class of 2019 is ready for graduation. At this time, I would like to introduce Superintendent Dr. Burnham.
Good morning, families, friends, faculty and staff, members of the school committee, invited guests, and of course, the class of 2019. To the parents and guardians, I would like to express sincere gratitude on behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff. Thank you for sharing your children with us. They are the reason we love what we do. Your children become our children. They bring meaning and joy to our work. To the faculty and staff, thank you for the commitment and dedication that helped prepare our graduates to achieve this great accomplishment today. To the school committee, thank you for having the best interests of our students at the heart of your work. To the class of 2019, congratulations. Your hard work, dedication, commitment, perseverance, and resilience brought you to this day. You have much to be proud of. Ask any educator and they will tell you the best part of their job is the students. Even as superintendent of schools, students are still the best part of the job. I've had a chance to meet with many of you. Some of you have visited my office to chat. Others have attended one or more of my forums. And others I have chatted with in classrooms, hallways, the auditorium, and athletic venues. Some of you even sent me emails requesting a snow day. Sorry about that, Mother Nature wasn't on your side this year. But we did finally have one. You have impressed me with your love of this community, care for one another and your teachers, your individual accomplishments, acts of generosity, and advocacy for your education. Graduation day can be a time of mixed emotions. Relief, happiness, excitement, and pride for all that you have accomplished. But there may also be a little sadness, uncertainty, emptiness, and anxiety about leaving the place you have come every day for the last 4 years. Some of you are leaving after 13 years with the Lunenburg schools. Some may be leaving home for the first time in the months ahead, heading off to the military or to universities and colleges near and far. Heading out on your own can be scary, but it can also be exciting. The year that you were born, I was a high school science teacher preparing to teach AP biology for the first time. In my preparation, I searched for a quote that I could use to encourage my students not to worry so much about always having the right answer. After weeks of searching, I finally found the quote. It's an anonymous quote. Behold the turtle. For him to make progress, he must stick his neck out. I shared this quote with my students on the first day of class. Upon occasion, when I would pose a question to the class, and no one offered a response, after the appropriate amount of awkward silence the teachers call wait time, I would say, I need a turtle. Immediately, I would get multiple volunteers to offer a response. The turtle offers all of us guidance and life lessons. I want to share some of that guidance with you today. You are each embarking on a new journey, but like the turtle, you carry your home with you. This wonderful community of Lunenburg is a part of you forever, and you a part of it. You may leave for a while, but you can always come back home. And if your journey doesn't bring you back to Lunenburg, this community and all that you experienced here will be with you for your lifetime. Don't be afraid to try something new. If the turtle does not stick his neck out of the shell, he goes nowhere. He cannot feed, and he will perish. Just like the turtle, if we don't stick our necks out, we cannot grow. We cannot move through our life's journey. Challenge yourself. Be courageous. Live the life you have imagined. Don't be in too big a hurry to get wherever it is you're headed. Like the turtle, slow down a bit, enough to appreciate all that you encounter along the way. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Be cautious, but unafraid of the journey ahead of you. The turtle uses its shell for protection. Remember, you will always have good friends and family to turn to when you need comfort and respite. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Remember, just like the turtle, we're all soft inside. Life is short. Live it to your fullest potential. Live it with joy. Stick your neck out and enjoy the journey. When you receive your diploma shortly, I have a little turtle for each of you. Take it and put it somewhere that you will come upon it often. Let it serve as a reminder of the life lessons of the turtle that I shared with you today. The world needs more turtles. Go out into the world and be the turtle. Congratulations, class of 2019. Stand. School Committee Chair, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2019 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible for graduation. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Ready?
Luke, will you do me a favor? You want me to put your first and then a shot? I want you to just cut all those ribbons.
Ready?
Run on.
Gabrielle Ella Como. Rachel Sarah Richard. Rome Xuan Liang. Rome Jen Liang. Caitlin Jane Capucci. Lily Anna Jackson. Lena Marie Spatafor. Rena Elise Botari. Rachel Lynn Drasser. Jill T. Lee. Eliza Grace Raboyne. Madison Ray Arpano. Melinda Ann Walsh Cormier. Cassidy Elizabeth Martinez. Rebecca Virginia Dance. Bailey Klingeman. Leah Marie Sauerbutz. Elizabeth Dorothy Bertrand. Jennifer Brooke Chabot. Latifa Orosama. Devin Julia Tormey. Madison Evelyn Bergeron. Jillian Nicole DeFrancisco. Christian James Gulick. Joseph Richard Montemuro. Sean Owen Stevenson. Alexander Robert Cook. Declan Grady Fitzpatrick. Olivia Walsh Mankiewicz.
Sage Rain Scorth. Gabrielle Nicole White. Shannon Grace Manuel. Luke Pierre Dufresne. Anthony Michael Fermani. Nicholas Joseph Hall. Andrew Santos Carcane. Andrew John Downey. Nicholas Aaron Hart. Joseph Robbie Nelson. Jared Thomas Albert. Michael Patrick Clark. Nicholas Andrew Huntington. Andrew James O'Leary. Reese Allen Wyson. Cole Stephen Johnson. Zachary Daniel Welton. Ethan Bennett Whipple. Connor David Brosnahan. Christopher William Kostich. Matthew David Schofield.
Right, Matt, shape with the right.
Jason Richard Reynolds. Darney Veronica Pinn. Aria Rose Rucker. Emily Brooke Martin. Alexia Sabrina Scott Ariano. Morgan Elizabeth Burns. Samantha Ann DeRays. Emily Kathleen Nash. Joanne G. Badran. Megan Haley Conroy. Maria Leslie McManus. Anna Rose Curtin. Kaylin Beverly Carlucci. Elizabeth Mary Walsh. Fiona Denise McEvely. Isabel Andrea Ellison. Victoria Georgia Cadis. Jolene Marie Lasorsa. Macy Alexandra Carrigan. Amy Grace Johnson. Cameron Dawn Lashane. Sydney Ann Morse. Madison Rose Sullender. Xavier Anote Seikosi. Ethan James Tuttle. Jacob Elijah Bremer. Cooper Gregory Matthews. Kayla Marie Rhodes. Catherine Lorraine Swift. Jacqueline May Davis. James Richard Wallace LeBlanc. Donovan Stone Powell. Will Richard Finan. David George Gardner. Angelica Emily Helmer. Connor Robert Viviano. Coy Vincent Kaposha. Colin James Garrity. Joseph David Mackey. Matthew Eric Moore. Matthew Stephen Thurston. Daniel James Bruce. Brendan Michael Daly. Ryan Michael Livingstone. Eric Daniel Morera. Emily Marion Whitcomb. Alexander James Archambault. Zachary Michael Pearson. William Dennis Aslin. Eric Danforth Christensen. Caleb Jonathan Rollinson. Christopher Edward Tobin. May I now have the graduates please stand? At this time, I would like you to move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the class of 2019. Please be seated. Next, I would like to introduce Kaylin Carlucci, the National Honor Society President.
Graduated class of 2019. I ask that you take a moment to look around and find someone, anyone, who has been a part of your life and think about how they contributed to who you are today. You'll notice that it's impossible not to find someone because many in this audience have made an impact on at least one of us and was a factor, even if slight, in the elaborate equation called us. They say it takes a village, and whether it was dragging you out of bed so you wouldn't be late to school, teaching you how to be a team player on and off the field, bringing your homework that you left at home to school for you so your grade wouldn't severely drop 1 point, staying after school with you to help you understand a problem, letting you borrow their supplies for a project, quickly whispering an explanation to you in the middle of class, or just giving you confidence in yourself. Everyone here is a part of our village. So thank you all for being our village, for the constant support throughout the years. It wasn't always smooth sailing, but that's why we have each other and why it really does take everyone working together to get through the storm. So thank you for enduring those days where our teenage selves really shone through, and the times when it may have seemed that it was more than a phase. We appreciate you more than you know, and we wouldn't have walked across this stage if it weren't for the determination and compassion that each of you provided in guaranteeing our success. After today, we will all be going off and joining other villages somewhere else. When the time comes, I have faith that each one of us will bestow the lessons that we learned from all of you here onto our new communities, passing on a piece of the class of 2019 in as many places as we can. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our NHS Vice President, J.R. Nelson.
Staff, faculty, family, friends, and the class of 2019. I'm honored to have been considered and asked to deliver the closing remarks for our graduation ceremony today. As most of you know, I like to have the last word. While writing my speech, I looked back on our journey together. Meeting each other in primary school, elementary school in T.C. Passios, middle school in Turkey Hill, and starting high school in the old building. There have been many changes in our school and town, but we stick together through all of it. Like the move to the new school. What a journey. While many would say we are a really special group, an exemplary class,
I would say we are a family. Excited for where the future will take us, and sad we are going our separate ways. While this journey has seemed long, it is only a sliver of our lives. A small part that will forever influence us. While our journey of high school comes to an end, our own adventures begin. The saying, what is often the end, is often just the beginning, is what we witness here today. A graduation is not a goodbye to high school friends and peers, but instead a welcome to our futures, filled with old and new relationships. Let this day not be a sad ending, but instead a humble beginning of new roads to new places. While graduating today, know you will always be a part of the class of 2019 of Lunenburg High School, to be a part of something which we all think is very special. While Lunenburg is a special place, it is the people here that make it the most special. It is hard to let go of something special, but it's time for us to move on. It is time for us to use our years inside the halls of Lunenburg schools. It is time for us to use our abundance of knowledge and wealth of character to make a mark on the world. No matter the size of the mark, remember where you came from and who helped you on the way. We have heard it all. Now we have to remember it and go out there and do it. With that being said, we have finally made it. You have graduated, class of 2019. Best of luck. Thank you.